Mrs. Bourne! Sorry for my non-technical skills. But I think I deserve another solid B this progress. I don't believe that my work has been anything like, whoa, that's awe-inspiring. But I'm still putting in a lot of effort. And I don't know, just everything, all my papers and essays and multiple choice things, I just think they've been really solid. And I've been putting a lot of work into this. Like, thinking about it and putting in effort. I don't know how else to phrase that. I've been putting in a lot of effort. My annotations this progress are so beautiful. Like, I wouldn't really in depth on those annotations for The Devil and Tom Walker. Mostly because that was the most fantastic short story I've ever read. Like, I know you don't care what we think about it, but that was great. So I went really in depth on those. And I also really enjoyed taking apart T-Pain's and Patrick Henry's arguments. Those are pretty beautiful too. I think they should be framed and put in a museum somewhere. That's how good they are. And I compared your Patrick Henry annotations to mine, and I was pretty shocked. I was like, I almost met Mrs. Bourne's expectations for annotations. That's amazing. You have so many of them. Like, I was pretty proud when I compared the annotations. I was like, yes, I'm getting this. So my annotations are really good. They have, like, I went from someone that never annotated anything I would underline, like, one line to, like, up here. Super annotations. I would put it higher, but then you wouldn't see my hand on the video anymore. But then the rest of my work is just kind of, Like, I do it, and I put in the effort, and I think about it, but it's not like, whoa, you know? Like, what did I write down here? It's about the same effort I put in last progress. Like, I still work on the things I have a hard time with, but there haven't been any great leaps. I still get about 70% on the multiple choice questions. My Barry essay for rhetoric was way better than my Hazlitt essay, but that's not saying much because I didn't I walked in and I couldn't remember how to read on the Hazlitt essay day. I was just like, what is words? So, I guess that's not saying much. So, what I'm saying is I still have a lot of room for improvement, but I've been working hard, and I think I deserve a solid B. And also, while reflecting, I'd like to take a moment and appreciate these video reflections, because in most classes I walk in and I'm like, I filled out this entire worksheet without asking someone to help me or asking if I could copy off of them. Where is my A? But here, I actually sit down and I feel like I learn a lot just from reflecting on myself. For example, while I sat down and wrote down all of the things and points I wanted to make during this video reflection, I realized my problem with rhetoric essays, and because the first one I got like a 7 on that. It was so great, and I was like, yeah, I understand rhetoric essays, and the next ones I was like 3, 4, 5, and I'm just like, what am I doing wrong? I did so good on the first one. And I've learned that my problem is I have a hard time arguing obviously everything is an argument, but if they aren't flat out arguing with you, like, your point is wrong, and this is why your point is wrong, and this is why I'm right, I don't really get it. It's harder for me to explain. With Hazlitt and Barry, they were simply opining. Like, it was still an argument, but it wasn't a you're wrong argument. So, now that I have reflected on this, something I'm going to focus on this progress is learning effective ways of writing rhetoric essays and explaining other people's use of argument and rhetoric when they aren't arguing with you, but they are. See, it's a hard thing to explain. Learning how to dissect an argument when they're not yelling at you. Those are so much easier to dissect when they're yelling at you. Like Patrick Henry. Totally got that. He was totally yelling at me, and I was like, I could write a fantastic rhetoric essay about this. But I cannot with that stuff. So, I'm going to work on that. Sorry for rambling at you. That part was a little on the fly. So I'm going to stop now. But yeah, I feel like I deserve a solid B, because I'm still learning. Definitely learning. Haven't mastered this class. But I'm putting in the effort. And I'm learning. So, yeah. Good night. Have a good night. Good night, Mrs. Boring. Bye.